Okay, welcome back, everybody. Everybody, welcome back. Get my live stream shared here to the proper channels. Okay, going to my sources here.
What? Did you hear that? I didn't hear anything.
Are you the one?
Hello. Who are you?
I am Donna. Are you the one?
The one what?
I will take you. Him who?
Did you bring us here?
Only he help you. Waste no time. Follow me. We must have shelter by nightfall.
We thought the planet was strange. How about this one? We'll be fine as long as we stay together. Notice the seasons seem to change with the time of day. Yeah.
And there are no animals.
Did you sense it? Since we arrived. The forces. Very strong. An insect unlike anything I've ever felt before. Be wary. Excuse me. Who are you taking?
Alright, Peter, let's do this.
Of course.
And what exactly are you?
We are the ones who guard the power. We are the middle, the beginning, and the end.
Glad she cleared that up for us. Thank you.
You're welcome. It is forbidden for you to touch me.
Sorry, I was just saving your life.
That was my brother's work. You are in great danger. Wait for me. Do not leave this place.
Hey, wait! Are you alright? Yeah, but a friend here has run off. Go back to the ship and try setting up the source code. I'll follow her and find out how to get off this rock. And if this is a trap? Then I'm not gonna wait around to find out. Anakin, stop. Wait for us to find another way around and meet you. Anakin. Reckless and impatient.
He'll find her.
Yes. What else?
Storm's coming. The ship's gone.
Yes, I see that.
It was here, no question. And look. Everything's dying.
Did you lose something? You did lose your mask. And what was that?
My sister said to wait.
Did she now? Oh, unfortunately separated. We'd like our ship back if you don't mind.
Not yet. Is it true that he is the chosen one?
You know such things. What is about to happen shall occur, whether you like it or not. You are sick.
Sick
Okay, let's go ahead.
Whoever I'm looking for is that monster. Version of a mysterious distress call. Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker, and his Padawan Ahsoka Tano are stranded on a distant planet. There they discover three beings, more powerful with the Force than any Jedi have seen before.
Okay.
The father keeps a fragile balance between his daughter, who aligns with the light side, and the son, who drifts ever closer to the dark. With his street failure, the father asks Anakin to stay and take his place, preserving the balance between light and dark. But after passing a perilous test, Skywalker refuses. Now we find our heroes about to depart for their journey home. Or so they think.
It's true what they say. You are the chosen one. Join me. Together we can change the balance of the universe. My friend.
Yes, Lord. I will never change dark side.
Simple unity. Light and dark as if there is one.
Oh,
Align. You and I can restore the balance forever. Peace to the universe.
I'm becoming sick.
No.
Were you having a nightmare?
Work on that. Use a little help here. I'm coming.
Leaving too soon. Not without the she wanted.
What's going on? The son took us over. What places are you talking about? I didn't think you saw it. It was a giant tower. Of course I saw it. Any sign of him? No. I think it's obvious where he's taken them. You must hurry. Anakin, this wasn't a mistake. He brought us here for a reason. Let's not get involved. Any conflict here could have dramatic repercussions for the universe at large. I don't care. He's too powerful for Ahsoka. I won't leave her alone. We are in the middle of something we don't truly understand. It would be wise to confer with the father first. There's no time. This is what he wants. To divide us. It's my fault he took her. You must feel how strong this part of the plan is with the dark side. Your father will know what to do. Get us.
You cannot keep me here! You hear me?
Save your energy until you can connect to the back.
And I will escape.
Been here for more years than I ever remember.
I am a Jedi. We don't give up easily.
Jedi? That's so young. Who is your master?
He will come for me.
And if he does what?
He will.
What makes you so sure? Chains. Chains are the easy part. It's what goes on in here. That's all. Don't you see each other? I'm alone now. If you are to survive, you must forget your master.
I don't think it. What have you done?
You are mine now. Always on the move. Not even find father.
Can I paint them white? I don't think I
You are growing stronger, my son. Gravity, however, is getting better.
can. It's not.
You have done what is forbidden. You've chosen the dark side and allowed it to feed your anger and desire for power. But when you've chosen me, you've shown me my potential. You've only yourself to blame. Do not do this, son. Do not become what is not. Be strong and bold. Or else I will be forced to continue. You fail, father. I am not dead yet. Perhaps I am tired of fighting.
We will leave him to rest.
I must talk to him.
Not until he's stronger.
But your brother is losing himself to the dark side. He's taken our friend.
But he must have his reasons.
Same reason he had for attempting to murder your father.
He would never do such a thing.
If I saw him,
It is not his fault. My nature is to do what is selfless. My brothers will always be to do what is selfish.
you know he must help us.
I cannot interfere with the ways of the Force. My father forbids it.
Your brother would flee this place and wreak havoc on the universe. You and Anakin combined have the power to stop him.
Come with me. control of them.
Ahsoka! It's me. You're safe now. Let's go.
Are you proud of me, Master?
What? Of course I'm proud of you. Now let's get out of here.
He's right. Right about everything. You must join him. He only wants what's best for the universe.
What's wrong with you?
Always Mrs. Master. Never really believing in me. Trusting me. Well, I don't need you anymore.
Ahsoka, listen to me. He has done something to you. Snap out of it. This isn't you, Ahsoka.
Isn't it? I feel more like myself than I ever have. He's going to give me a message. He said, if you don't join him, he will kill me. Then you will be forced to kill me.
Pleasant surprise. When you brought a friend.
What have you done, brother?
Done. I've done what is right. Or what is wrong, depending on your point of view.
Our father is dying. Did you do it?
He is just so selfish and was taking too long to pass over. I decided to move things along. Now, why are you here?
I won't let you leave this planet.
Strong enough to keep me here.
Not alone, Jesus.
Are you referring to your friend, the chosen one? You might want to check up on him. He's a little preoccupied right now.
Fight you, Ahsoka.
And now, the student will kill the master.
You're getting ahead of yourself, aren't you, Snips?
Don't call me that. I hate
Okay.
Everything has transpired exactly as I planned. You showed them the altar?
I am sorry, Father. I didn't know how else to stop him.
Give it to me, child.
Ahsoka, no.
Thank you for feeling these spaces come to me.
No!
Jedi have brought me dagger, and you have brought yourself. Now, you will die. My daughter, what have I done?
Do not hate him, Father. It is his nature.
Oh, it's lost. The balance has been broken. I'm bringing you here. But I have destroyed everything. Can you help me? There is no light. The evil has been unleashed, and the dark side shall consume her.
We must help her.
What up, yo?
Yo, just take a look real quick. I think
Yes,
I got it. I don't really see any way I can make this look any closer to him without, I don't know, skin graphing.
Did you send something to me?
No, it's just live stream.
Oh, it's a Tuesday.
It is a Tuesday.
Full on, like, left.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry, I thought you realized that.
I surely did not. I've been waiting a really long time for you to come back.
Well, hopefully I can come back.
I do think it looks like him. I feel like his face is just, like, the shape of it is just not, like, 100% right. Like, his face is so much more...
It's hard.
Skinny and narrow.
I'm going off of one specific picture here. I guess let me show you the one specific picture and then.
Cause like, I feel like this guy's face is just too wide of bone structure.
My version or the.
Yeah, your version.
That could be possible.
Like, I mean, he really just has, like, kind of a long and narrow face. So I'm wondering if you need to bring it in, like, at the temples?
Okay, and maybe the cheeks.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think
that
that
looks closer. I think. Yeah.
looking so much better. Yeah. His face is definitely more on, like, the long and narrow.
Yeah, as you said, he looks like an eraser. in the most.
I'll say that in the live.
In the most uninsulting way possible.
It's not like, yeah, it's just like his neck and his
Whoa,
face
shoot.
and his hair. It's all kind of one size all the way down. his whole head is like a rectangle. Just all one size. I think you might need to make it even a little bit more narrow than what you have it. I saw you mess with it, but just like maybe even just a little bit more. I do like that you lined up his edges a lot better though.
Yeah.
I think it's still in his forehead. There's like just too much bulk in like the top of the head area. It needs to just come down like a little bit.
What part?
Not the top, not the top, not the top. The sides, the sides, the sides. Not the top, the sides. I'm sorry.
You really had me there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just meant like in the top of the head area, like the cranial section of his head. I think that's better.
So I'm
Yeah,
still.
I'm gonna look at a picture. The only other thing I'm considering is I'm wondering if his eyes are farther apart than what you made them, but it's so hard for me to tell.
They can't be that much further apart. They'll fall off his face. His face.
Oh, well, right. You move in micro movements. You don't like move in massive.
Right. I'm like wondering if his face is.
I do think his nose is looking pretty correct.
Pretty correct. Yeah. That took a little bit of effort, but I think I got it pretty quickly this go around. Sometimes you just gotta sleep on it.
Can you pull his physical eyeball forward in his skull, like how we had to do for Brendan Fraser? Don't do it crazy, but just kind of pull it, because I wonder if they're too sunken in. And that's what's maybe making it look like they're not quite big enough. Because from the side, I think they do stick out like a little bit from, even though they're sunken in on the bottom.
How about that? Thanks, Peter. No, I don't think that's bug-eyed. It went bug-eyed. I don't think his eyes look bug-eyed.
No, I think that's more correct.
Okay, I probably need to draw his lid out then, like more.
Yeah. Let me send you a picture of him really quick. What's his name again? Axe Woves?
Yeah.
Woves, actor.
Maybe his.
Kind of looks for a good profile of him.
That's the problem with actors. They don't like you taking a picture of the side of their face.
Because, like, I think that's correct how that is. Like, here's this picture of him.
Okay, I pulled the eyelids out just a smidge just to match up, so. Yeah, I mean, I guess you're right. That's one I was looking at too, yeah. I think I made his chin stronger. Oh, you know what? Okay, I see, like, it's all okay.
I think his chin is almost flatter than that.
Okay, I'm seeing some details in. Okay, all right. You're right. You're right. Okay, interesting.
There's like it's like his chin is wide, but from the side it's a little more flat. It doesn't jut off the face very much.
So it does kind of this. We'll just kind of put this back in here, and then there's a little bit of like a whatever you would call this, and then this kind of does this.
It's funny because it's like he does have a strong chin. It just doesn't jut off his face, but it's very like his chin is a very noticeable presence on his face. But from the side, it doesn't like profile off his face.
You're right. His chin is
so hard to like.
Actors, man, what are you gonna do?
Right. Let's see. I wonder if I can. This is a pretty good side profile.
Okay, yeah, because you're right, his chin does like a flattish thing. Okay, I think actually...
I think he might have made his mouth a little too wide, too. I think it's significantly more narrow. In that, like, the smile aspect, like how
Whoa.
wide your mouth goes across your face, you know?
Made that too. Gotta be careful on the details sometimes. It starts... It's like, yeah, the wrinkles, and then it'll look good printed, but it's hard. You're like, there's the fine line between adding the detail strong enough for it to catch when printing, but not so strong that it freaks people out, and they're like, let's do this face.
Right.
Okay, let me see. If I collect his lips like these...
I definitely have his eyes too close together. Like, I really believe they're just too close together. I seriously think if you moved them out to the side more, they would look correct.
Okay, how much of the eye area are we talking about? Like the eyebrows?
I'm talking about the physical eyes are too close to the inside, to the nose. They're too close to the nose. They need to be moved out to the outsides of the face more. Not a ton, just a little bit. They're just too close together.
I understand what you're saying. My question to the effect of, when you say the physical eyes, yes, but do I have to grab the whole eyebrows above it, or is it like the eyebrows
No,
fine?
his eyebrows meet close together in the center.
Okay, literally
So really
just the eyes.
His eyes are just too close together.
Okay, that's doable then. We just...
It's wild when you do the black outlines and they just start looking like a superhero. I think that's a lot more accurate because if you're really looking, the cheekbone and eyeline literally are on the direct edges of his head, like on the absolute outsides of his face is where his eyeline and cheekbone are. So you were trying to be like, I don't want his eyes to be all flat, like falling off his face, but if you look, you can literally see his entire eye from the side profile, which means his eyes do in fact come to the side of his head.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, they do though. They're not like recessed or anything. They literally are like to the side of his head.
It's funny, actually, I moved...
Hang on, I think you can almost go like a tiny bit farther. Tiny bit farther.
I moved the eye holes. I didn't even have to move the eyes. I will now, but I didn't have to earlier. I didn't have to move the eyes.
Yeah, I think it's really close, but I think they just need to move like a smidge more. But we're like very much closer now. I think right there.
It's amazing all the minute details.
Okay. I'm so sorry if anybody's watching and this feels so boring to just hear us, but I think that's a lot more accurate. That looks way more like him now.
No, my buddy.
Personal opinion.
My buddy
Someone
is.
else wants to weigh in here.
My buddy's following along. He's been agreeing with you so far.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I don't see any comments.
He's just messaging me in private.
Oh, okay. Sometimes it's one of those things, man. You just need a second set of eyes, or even a third or fourth, to just be like, what am I missing?
Well, that's the problem. There's this thing that happens when you get too close without hitting the nail on the head that suddenly you become face blind and you can't.
Like
you go.
Anna Faris was like so hard.
And
That
Brendan Fraser.
was Brendan Fraser all over again.
It was.
That became like one of the hardest tests to do.
Okay, let me add the skin texture back. Let's make them pretty.
I don't know. I think it looks like him now.
I think so.
personally.
As I said,
Anyone else is watching, feel free to weigh in the comments if you think it looks more like him now. If you think we're still missing something and you can pinpoint what it is, you let us know. Cause
yeah, without being able to pinpoint what it is, then it's...
yeah, for me, I just can't see. Are you excited to have sourdough tomorrow? I'm excited.
And there we go. There it is on a body.
I really think that looks so much like him now. I think you need to send it to the guy and get his opinion, obviously.
Oh, he's watching. Or he's been watching, so...
Okay. But...
This is where I start paying... I start charging overtime to get any closer looking at I'm like, no, it looks so dang close.
Right.
There's a couple of veins and stuff I can add real quick. Let's see. Like he has this, like, just for accurate detail's sake, because I've seen him in like my Boba Fett and stuff. It's like it's the tiny things that really get the detail.
Right.
Like his eyes, you know, it's hard because...
You turn him straight on one more time really quick.
Like, do we have any good pictures of him straight on?
Yeah, this one.
I can't tell how baggy to make his eyes. Sometimes they look really baggy, sometimes they don't.
Well, and that's the hard part is because they don't alter moving picture as much as they alter standstill photos.
Right.
It costs a lot of money to be trying to like constantly alter.
I mean, only thing I could maybe think of is just...
Do you think that, okay, I'm going to be really annoying here for a second. Do you think that his eyes need to move farther down the face?
No, I think his forehead's actually pushing the limit on how big it should be, to be honest.
Can you... Okay, keep him straight on for me for 1 second.
Says...
Can you...
Okay, he's saying to go with baggy. They look in the show.
Okay. Can you actually thin out on his cheeks right below the eyes area a little bit more? Like,
From the front or the sides?
I want to see, like, so I'm looking at it front on. The sides of the cheeks need to come down, I think, just a little bit more even than what they are. Like in the hair, like right under the hairline area. Does that make sense? Like right under where like the sideburn ends, like those part of the cheeks needs to come down. I think they're too bulky still, because they're making his face still not look like rectangular enough. And then maybe can you make his chin area just like, I don't know, maybe a little wider, or make his head still on the sides a little more narrow? Like, did you see that picture I sent you of him straight on? Like, his head is literally straight up the same size. Like, if you were to take measurements.
Yeah,
like
I think...
Width all the way around.
Chin is probably the way to go.
I think his chin is what needs to come out now, so that it all just kind of looks one side. Because I don't think you can keep making his cheeks and head any smaller.
No, I cannot physically do that. How about that?
bet you could actually, I don't know how annoying it'd be for you, but I think you actually need to move his hairline from the sides forward more, because you almost gave him like receding, but he has a lot of hair. He doesn't have a receding hairline at all. Like his hair comes all the way out. It's only like maybe an inch away from his eyebrows, inch and a half away from the edge of his eyebrows. So I think if you brought out his hairline a bunch.
Okay. Yeah, I see what you mean.
I think you'd really fix that kind of look that he has right now. Maybe before you even touch the chin, do the hair first, and then we'll see what it looks like.
Well, I already touched the chin.
Oh, you did? I missed it.
Okay.
But it must not have been so much that it didn't look like overwhelming or anything.
Right, it didn't suddenly change him. Gotta try to rematch up all the sizing of the hair. It's not super annoying. It's just tedious to try to.
Well, that's what I was like. I don't know how like annoying that is to have to do, but I definitely think he has a very
No, I think
thick, luxurious
you're right.
amount of hair.
Worthwhile to.
I'm like, plus side of being Greek is they normally have amazing hair.
Other plus sides, amazing food.
Huh?
So other plus sides, amazing food.
Yep.
Amazing skin color. There's just a lot really that goes with being Greek.
I know, right?
Oops.
Plus they live in a beautiful place.
Right.
I actually heard that there's like, what is it, like 1 or 2 villages in Greece that have like some of the highest, what is that called? Where
Life?
you live really long? Yeah. Mortality rate? Is that what it's called? Or no, that's not right.
That sounds like the opposite of what we're looking for.
That is the opposite. What's that called? Where it's like, you have a lot of people who live in like their 90s and stuff.
Low mortality rate?
Maybe it's a low mortality? I'm not sure.
Okay, what do you think, wifey?
I think that the hair looks better, for sure. I definitely think he needed more hair. Do you think that maybe you have his eye sloping down like too much on the upper lid? Like, do you think he needs to come up just a little bit? I kind of wonder.
No, I matched
like,
the picture to that.
You did?
Yeah.
I just feel like it's like so far down. Like his eyes are a lot like Antonio Banderas' eyes.
Life expectancy, maybe that's what you're looking for.
Life expectancy, maybe that's the word.
Ah, my gosh, that is not the tool that I thought I had to brush.
I'm watching.
I tilted it a little bit where I took it back for you, so. Maybe the eye comes more to here. Best part of good pictures is avoiding
Actually,
this
how I
crap.
feel about this Hallmark movie. Sorry, I'll stay focused and I'll stay on task. It's just the whole premise is really interesting. She's like engaged, and she's like, I think that I would rather try to track down my college pen pal that I might be in love with from 10 years ago.
Oh gosh.
Like, well, you kind of waited a long time into the relationship
You can't F that up.
to decide maybe you might love someone else.
That is.
I don't want to keep. I personally don't want to keep giving you things
get the bag. Okay. All right, Peter. This is the time where we call it good enough, unless someone can just really be like, if you just touch this one thing, then that's the thing that'll make it look like him. Then that's where we're at. We're at the part that it's way too hard to establish what is actually maybe off. I don't even think it's that far off. I'm sure at some point he has made this face before.
I think what's hard. Well, I will tell you that I think you filled his mouth a little too wide, but I don't know how you can do it now because I kept being like, no, I think it's too wide.
I shrunk the whole daggum mouth down.
You did?
Yeah. Okay. How about that?
Something a little on the wide side.
All right. How about that? That might be better.
Did you just do it?
Yeah.
I'm behind like a smidge, so give me 1 second.
Staring straight on, not doing anything, just staring at you.
I think that's more correct.
Okay.
Because I don't feel like he has a very wide mouth in the photos.
No, that's probably true. I mean, yeah, now that we moved his, I don't know, it matches up with the middle of the eyes, kind of. Which
yeah, that's, well, his eyes, or his mouth actually cuts just
shy of it.
Inside, just shy of the center of the eyes. So that's how you can kind of tell, like,
That's
okay, is that right? I just think that his upper lip just isn't quite full enough, though. He really does have, like, a fuller upper lip. I kind of think you ended up at some point, like, shrinking that back down. Not the bottom lip. Just, like, the bottom lip is fine. It's the top lip right in the center where, like, the Cupid's bow area is that is a little bit fuller. Really where it makes that M in the mouth, that's what needs to be like a little bit fuller. Okay, I think that's it. Like, I think for me that was like the final thing that could be messed with. Yeah, I think that looks more right to me. Anyone else feel like weighing in? I feel like I am done. To me, like, that looks like him. Like, down to just needing some paint. Like, I do feel like that looks like him.
Did I take away his butt chin too much?
Maybe. I mean, as far as printing goes, will his butt chin print as a butt chin even at all?
Yes.
It will? Well, then you probably should define it a smidge more. And you should also make a crevice in the center of his nose as well.
It's there.
That's what he has.
Yeah, it's 1/6 scale, which means it'll for sure show up.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't make it insane, but like, just... make it come up the tip of the nose a little more, too. It goes down the center of our noses, basically.
To everyone who doesn't know, she has a butt chin, so.
Huh?
I said to everyone who doesn't know, she has a butt chin.
I do. It's not extreme, but it's there.
It's there, it's square.
It's not square. Well, it's a little square. Don't bring it all the way up the tip, but you know, like, yeah, like that.
Okay. Sorry, Peter. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's the problem we've noticed with white actors is that they look different every time.
I don't know that he'd be considered white.
Sorry, pale. I don't know. Men.
No, it's not
actors.
It is a lot.
It's just
a lot
It's true.
What's different is that like a lot of ethnicities, as far as like people of color who really have like distinguishable features that you can really, really pick out their features and be like, that's not right, that's not right. I think they're a lot easier because you can be like, oh wait, I noticed this about them and that about them.
Yeah, I'll tell you
And
what.
then
This
for
guy
you,
definitely like. Okay, let's look at my little thing here. My little gray guy. His head is almost exactly shaped like that. It's doing the exact thing like that. And
Right.
that basically means is that his face is like quintessential face.
yes, I think there is
Okay.
even when you start to get to where, like, Henry Cavill is a white guy, but his features are unique enough that I think you would notice if you were not nailing it.
But you wouldn't necessarily know how to nail it.
Right. But if you were to do maybe like a bunch of like conventionally attractive white men in a row, it starts to get really hard to notice the things that are not quite right. Whereas like if you go from like someone who's Filipino to someone who's black to someone who's Hispanic, their features are all so unique and so different. You notice like kind of right away that you're like, oh, I didn't make their nose right. Or like, oh, I don't have their eyes right, or I don't have their face shape correct.
It is amazing. I've been doing a lot of soldier heads for Ryan because of his Patriot Force line that he's doing, and they all have very similar facial structures to this, and it's like that square.
That's even from an anthropological like standpoint, like that when it comes to bone structure, if all they have is bones, they can usually still pick out people's ethnicities just because similar bone structures happen in specific ethnicities. So it definitely does, like, over time, it starts to just be like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? I mean, I think if you were to probably make like 6 Asian people in a row, you would start to be like, what am I doing wrong? I'm doing something wrong, but I like can't tell anymore what I've done wrong.
Right.
Just get facial blindness over like similar structures over and over and over again.
Right. So he says when you say it's good, it's good.
Nice. Just for anyone who, I don't know, maybe other people don't struggle with that.
Well, we know at least to some degree they must because I saw that one post where the guy was like, and take 3,432 of Brendan Fraser heads.
Right. It's crazy because people say that about Zendaya too. Like,
Yeah.
everyone gets really close to drawing Zendaya, but they can't like quite nail it. I'm like, sometimes there's just something about people, and you can be such a good artist, and you just struggle to like nail that person's face exactly how it really is. Like they must have something that's just so unique about them.
Yeah, the reptilian.
My mind can't focus on your shimmer. Even your glamour that you have over you is like making me not see you properly.
Peter says you got a good eye, so.
Oh, thank you. I'm not sure who that is, but thanks.
He's the guy that helped me with the judgment kits.
Oh, well, thank you for helping him too, because that was like a huge strain on our lives.
It was. Our marriage, our finances. No, I'm just kidding. Not our marriage,
I
but.
almost wonder if we need to be like the kit that shall not be named, because I
Right.
almost feel like recalling it into our lives causes stress.
Right, I know. Everybody's like, hit the deck!
But man, I have like a good eye, but I wish I could actually sculpt.
Well,
Because
you know.
all I can do is like critique, but I can't show anyone how to do what I'm talking about.
He said you're welcome.
Like, I kind of wish I had like the actual ability. I feel like I'm falling into that thing where my sister was like, "You're like a know-it-all," and it's like I like am. It's like I understand the concept of so many things, but so few things can I actually do.
Well, it just takes practice. I did not get here, and you know that I was a terrible drawer.
That's true. Well, no, you've always been better at drawing than me, though.
Yeah.
My drawing
Not
is
saying
rough.
much.
Remember
Yeah.
when I tried to draw that girl side profile, and you were like, "What are you doing with
That
your
kid
eyes?"
from
And I was
hell.
like, I have no idea.
Peter called it the kit from hell.
Yes, that kit was insanely cursed. That was the cursed kit of 2023.
Yeah. Never do that again.
Nope. I hope everyone who got a Judgment kit really loved it, because
It's not coming back.
that's the only thing that they're getting of it ever again.
Yeah, we cast it into the pits of hell to be burned up.
Yeah, we're like, back to hell with your fate.
The mountain of Mordor.
Yeah, yeah.
He's painfully aware.
Yeah. I couldn't actually believe you suckered somebody into helping you.
He's too nice for his own good. He's like me. He's like, he doesn't know
Poor
when to.
guy was like, I'll help you, and he was like, this is the worst.
He's like, machine is breaking on him.
Oh, is it his too?
Nah, it's all he was. I think it was just the film that ripped, but.
Oh my gosh.
Well, actually, he's not sure. He's not sure that the film did tear. He thinks it might have filled on accident and then dripped over and then cured to the thing.
And that kit was just a nightmare. To anyone who got it, like, thank you. We do, like, appreciate the business. It's not like you guys suck. It was just such a sucky, like, kit, man. It was just so sucky. And it took you away for, like,
Months.
7 days a week. Probably 80 hours, seriously.
Because then I still had to do regular work.
Like, there was just no way that ended up being, like, actually lucrative.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully, as I said, that was definitely like a seed planted sort of deal.
I will say, I think that it did get you, like, people, that is always helpful. That's kind of one of those things, like, you can't measure.
Right, yeah.
But I think, like, I don't think it's, like, a never do kits again, but for sure, never do a kit that you had it printed, like, twice successfully.
Right.
Again.
Well, yeah, Peter was like, just make sure it's done first. I'm like, I get what you're saying, but I also, the whole point was I didn't want to make it unless people were going to buy it.
Right.
It's more of to the effect that I'm not going to, what's the word? Oh, this is a hefty file. I'm sorry, Peter. I didn't want to lose any of the detail. But it is, what's the word? It was very, very far off base from anything I've done before with the huge skirts and everything. I'll just never do those skirts again. That's really the...
Was that the thing that failed the most, do you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
The thing that failed the least, surprisingly, was
You
the...
didn't put any of the groceries away. I didn't know that.
Oh, crud, I forgot about that.
Shit.
Sorry.
Like, where's the dungeon stuff?
On the flow.
Oh, I forgot you said you got those nitro Pepsis. Me and Grayson played Nerf darts for like probably 30 minutes.
Wow.
We were just running around the house shooting at each other. It was hilarious.
I bet Jen was
Also-
like trying not to, whatever. Thanks, Matt. I don't know when you said that.
What?
Matt said it looks great.
Oh, thank you, Matt.
What neck post did I plan for it? I have it set to Bad Batch Hunter. I did my pop fit sleeve. Usually it does the trick I've seen. But hopefully, you know, if it's not, then it'll simply what's the word? You can use tack, hopefully. Alright, everybody. Well, that is it for tonight. Because it's 9:45. But hey, you
Thanks
know what?
everyone for letting me pander.
We did it.
Not just taking off.